this was an early candidate for Fight of the Year. This fight here between Amir Imam and Fidel Maldonado. Amir Imam is Don King's latest light welterweight prospect. And this fight had both guys on the canvas. It was very exciting. And most of the knockdowns were scored with single shots, right? Which makes it all the more dramatic. I wasn't overly impressed with Amir Imam, to be honest with you. From a technical point of view, he was very highly touted before the fight. There was a lot of people saying a lot of outrageous things about him, that he's the next this and the next that. He looked okay technically, but he was getting hit far too much for my liking, and he was obviously dropped. The third round, actually, I think it was the end of the second round, Maldonado was dropped heavily with a single shot after looking very good in the first round, and he was looking good in the second round up until he got dropped. He was dominating, actually, up until then, and making Imam look a little bit slow, a little bit clumsy. But like I say, he was dropped at the end of the second round with a beautiful right hand, wicked shot, and it looked like it might be the end right there, but lucky for him, the bell sounded and he was saved. Came out for the third round and he actually dropped Amir Imam with a good left hand. And it got really interesting from that point on. Later on in the round, obviously, Imam managed to come back and dropped Maldonado again. And it turned into pretty much a seesaw battle, although Imam never went down again. He was under pressure at several points throughout the fight. And the fight finally ended in the fifth, when after Maldonado had Imam on the ropes and he was landing some good shots against the ropes, although, you know, Imam was slipping and countering where he could, I still felt that Maldonado was doing some good work. But then finally Imam managed to catch him with some counters, again with his back against the ropes, and closed the show. I think Maldonado went down twice in that round, was it? I think he went down twice in the fifth, and Imam got him out of there. So it was an entertaining fight, definitely an early candidate for Fight of the Year. Dramatic knockdowns, and yeah, we'll see what this Amir Imam has got. He says he's looking for the big fights. He called out Adrien, Broner, Danny Garcia. That's the kind of level that he wants to fight at. He's very tall for the weight. He's 5'10" or 5'10 and a half. So he might have some decent success in the division. He's certainly going to be excited for the division anyway, because it looks like he can punch and he's not afraid to let his hands go. He's not afraid to mix it up. So I think an interesting addition to the light welterweight division in Amir Imam. Let me know how you felt about this fight, how you felt about his performance. This is actually the first time I've ever watched him, so some of you guys might be able to give me some more information on him and tell me what you think of his, you know, his progress so far in his career, and where do you think he can go, how far do you think he can go, and who would you like to see him matched up against next? The light welterweight division is starting to get interesting again after being a little bit lackluster for a few years, after people like MAGDONADO and Alexander and Khan moved up. You only had Garcia down there, and Herrera wasn't looking that interesting. But now Broner's moved down and he's going to be in some interesting fights. And we've got this Amir Imam, we've got Garcia against Peterson coming up. So it's starting to look interesting again at 140. Drop your comments below. Let me know how you feel. It's your boy Hatman. I'm out.